Kid Nation. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope everybody's doing well today. I wanted to go over today part 3 of becoming a trader, conquering your mental game to try to be a better player at trading. And what I want to cover today is something very simple, but not simple at the same time. Hard to execute in a sense. Of goals. Very simple. Today is just going to be very simply about goals. Because when I got into trading, I didn't have any goal other than make a lot of money. Which is probably most of your goals too. I want to make a lot of money. I want to quit my job. Blah, blah, blah. Right? All the great, easy, virtuous goals that everybody would, the most obvious goals that everybody wants, right? But the problem is, to get to those goals requires hundreds of little goals, which is many people what don't set up. If you have the goal, I just want to have a lot of money. Okay, how much is a lot of money? Do you want $1 million, $100,000, $10,000? What's your goal, right? So when looking at this, we really have to kind of understand, what are you trying to achieve here, right? If your job is to, I want to quit my job, well, number one, that's very hard. I always say if you want to quit your job and you want to get into trading, you want to probably make 5 times your current income, at least 3 times your current income. I say 5 of whatever work you're doing, because there's going to be variance, there's going to be bad luck, there's going to be bad days, there's just going to be days you don't expect something and you're just going to lose money, and you don't want to be gambling for a living in a sense, and having to pay rent and not having the correct bankroll to back it in a sense, right? So those are usually the first goals people want to do. I want to quit my job. Those are very whatever. Don't even have that as your goal. If you ever get good, you'll know when you're good enough to quit. Never have that as your goal. Number one. I've had some people come to me before in the past like, hey man, I just want to quit my job. I want to be a trader. Like, man, you don't want to be a trader. Trading sucks. Anything eventually becomes a job, and eventually everything is just tedious regardless. It may look cool on stream, or the money might look cool, but in all honesty it's not that easy. So I always say 2 money is greater than 1 money. Why not have this as a hobby while working, right? Which is much what most people do. Hold up, I need a cough quickly. Sorry. So, coming back to this, it's important to kind of have set up your goals, right? And it's always good to have very, 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 very small goals that can build up to your major final goal, right? So, at the end of the day, many of your goals is probably going to be money-based, obviously, since this is a money-based game. So, at the end of the day, if your goal is to get to $10,000, your first goal is, how do I get to 1,000? And then once you get to 1,000, how do I do that 10 times again? A lot of people want to kind of take the express route to, let's say, the 10,000 goal. I'll turn 1,000 into 5, and then I'll flip that. Boom, boom, bam, all in, blah. And you might do it. You might achieve your goal. But how many times can you achieve that goal of getting to 10,000 by doing your strategy of quote unquote all in? So that's where kind of bankroll management comes into play from the last video. That can help you kind of understand hey, what do I really want out of my goal? And it's important from part 1 to, in your diary, to every day to update, how have I achieved my goal? What have I done to achieve my goal, right? If my goal today is to make 2,000 pesos and I had a trade that would have paid me 2,000 pesos, but I didn't take the profit because I was like, well, what if it goes lower? Right? What if it goes lower? We're assuming short here, obviously, because it's me. What if it goes lower? I mean, it could go lower. But if you have a goal of 2,000 and your goal is achieved, take the fucking money and go. Or at least go take 75% profit. And at least you'll have 75% towards your goal. You're not going to achieve your goal every day. No one's perfect. And you're going to learn over time how to get better at achieving your goals. So, looking at it this way, you'll learn a little bit better how to really adapt your mindset to be like, hey, this is what I've done. This is what I want to achieve. Write it down. What's your goal? follow your bankroll management rules, right? If your goal is to make it to $1,000 and your bankroll is $100, how many trades on average might it take you? You don't know how many trades it's going to take you. Maybe you're going to have a sicko trade. Are you short FTM right now? Suddenly it's the fucking, you actually randomly short the top. 10 seconds later, this shit's up like, a couple thousand% and you're laughing, right? But that doesn't always happen. So, based off of your strike rate, how often you hit your trades, based off of what is your average made per trade, how long will it take you to achieve that goal? And a lot of people don't have goals. A lot of people don't have trading diaries, and a lot of people just don't, they turn on their fucking thing and they're like, all right, crack backs, crack their necks, and they're like, all right, let's do this, right? Let's make some money. But your goal isn't to make money, in my opinion. Your goal is to be winning. Your goal, and I think that's what a lot of people make a mistake with. Like I said, at the beginning, I want to make this. Focus on winning. If you want me to give you a goal, that is the only goal you should care about. Winning. And I feel like that's what made me more successful over time. Because I did want to have, I want 1 million, 5 million pesos, whatever. But the issue with that is there's a money thing behind it. And the money thing fucks with people's head a lot. So I try not to focus on the money, but focus more on winning. Because I know the very truth of the matter is, if I win, I will make money. Right? It doesn't matter how much money I make. Forget about how much. Focus on the winning. Because as soon as you get into a winning, rolling mindset, the money just comes. That is not an issue. Money is easy to make. Everything else is very hard. So the key focus is on winning. That's why when I tell you guys on stream or when I'm streaming, I'm like, hey, I'm going to take never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. I'm going to take 50% profit here, like I did a couple days ago when we were at the bottom of the stochastic RSI. I was like, damn, we're pretty oversold. I don't think we can go much lower. I'll take 50%. If I notice something goes wrong, I'll take the rest of it, which was pretty much around here, right? So I was like, you know what, 50% here. If it doesn't look favorable to me, I'll take it out. I'll take it around, 42, 43 cents. I had an average of about 40 cents exit for my FTM short, which I had from 48 cents up here. Not bad. Could have I taken full profit down here and been super happy and be like, oh, look at all the money I made, right? Maybe, yeah, sure. But nobody knows the future per se all the time, right? But that's what I did. I focused on the win, not how much cash am I going to make. I focused on the win. Focus on your happiness. And that's another thing with these goals. Your goal is to be happy. Your goal isn't to fucking make a lot of money either. Your goal is to be happy. How do you become happy? You win. What happens when you win? You make money. Wow, very simple, right? It's hard, but very simple. So that's kind of the tidbit I wanted to kind of get away with today on today's little meetup with you guys. I'm going to keep talking for like another 2 minutes because I got to make this video 10 minutes long. So I can, I don't know, I think YouTube likes at least 10-minute long videos. So, what else can I say? This is kind of impromptu, but not impromptu. So let's just kind of go over the main points that we just kind of talked about here. Let me bring up a text notepad here. So number one, what's your goal? What's your, you should have like some idea of what your money goal is, but don't make that money goal your life. The key to trading is to be happy. How do you get happy? You win. How do you win? You take profit. And that's it. That's really it. I've coached people in the past before who told me like, man, I took profit too early. I'm angry at myself. And I always say, bro, if you ever get angry at yourself for taking profit, this game's not for you, man. You're in this game to make money. And if you did, congratulations. 95% of people do not make money in this game. 95% of people are losing players in this game. Okay? So how are you going to become the 5% or the 10%? Somewhere between 5 to 10% of people are actually successful in trading. How do you achieve that 5 to 10%? And you do that by being happy. How do you be happy? You win. How do you win? You take profit. And the more profit you take, the more you'll become confident in yourself of either holding positions longer than you should because, hey, you know what? I took 50. I'm happy with that 50, even if it goes all the way back up. Yesterday we had somebody in chat that was like, man, I rode the short all the way down and all the way up. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan where it's like, this is gonna make me minimum happy. Because if you don't have that minimum happy, you're always gonna be chasing, oh man, I lost, I could have taken... You take a win, be happy about your win. You can always go back and be like, what could have I done better to have a better win? Sure. But don't ever, ever be unhappy about having a fucking win. Because most people have fucking losses, alright, homies? So, that's my tidbit. That's the trading tip of the day, number 3. I'll have the next video up probably within the week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Probably not going to stream today. If I do, it'll be probably for like an hour or two. I'm going out for the weekend. So, take care. Brush your hair. Scrub your scalp. I'm out. Take it easy, Naked Nation. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday's stream. Twitch. Down below, all the links. Let's go.